Hi guys, I'm back again today with another video, and today we're checking out why Dutch parents raise the happiest kids in the world. This is so interesting, and I'm jealous. I am very, very jealous. But let's see. I want to see how they do it. I think it's more about like learning to make your own mistakes, falling and getting up on your own kind of like parenting style instead of like spoon feeding the kid until they're like 50 years old, right? I hate that so much. But anyways, but let's see.
Luna and Flynn are among the happiest children in the world. That's right, kids in the Netherlands
Oh,
rank first in
so
happiness,
cute.
according to a UNICEF study from 2025. So, what are parents here doing right?
We really try to let them be kids first, and then along the way try to see where they end up.
This is a lot different than the US where I grew up. American kids tend to have a lot more structured learning, even in their earlier years of preschool. Let's take a look at why kids in the Netherlands are happier than kids in the US, and why, according to that UNICEF study, they are healthier and seem to have more practical life skills than American kids.
Okay, let's see.
It's 7:30 Friday morning just outside Amsterdam. 3-year-old Luna, mother Marlat, 1-year-old Flynn, and father Felix start their day with breakfast together. For Marlet and Felix, like many Dutch parents, sharing the morning is a crucial daily ritual.
For us, it's important that we spend enough time together. We have breakfast, we bring them to daycare. I go to work, and then maybe sometimes I have plans in the evening as well. And I only see them in the morning. That 1 hour, 1.5. For me, it's important that we spend it together.
Time now to get ready for daycare.
A bag.
Even in the small things, putting your coat on or putting your clothes on, eating, we always try to promote that children are doing it themselves.
In the Netherlands, even children under the age of 3 typically attend daycare. In fact, nearly 80% of them do. That's double the EU average. But still, daycare is expensive to say the least.
Oh.
Families do receive support from the state, but costs are a burden nonetheless. Luna and Flynn attend daycare 3 days a week.
At least he has a
It's all
sister.
privately owned, so none of the daycares that I know of are public.
They can
These are often
play
increasingly owned by private equity firms, so they're in it for a profit, which is okay, but it does, jack up the price a little bit compared to maybe public versions in other countries. So many people are not too happy with this model.
Even so, receiving any state support at all for
should be okay
childcare
with
costs
it,
would be a
though.
dream for many
This
American
is a fan
families.
manager.
In the US, childcare can cost as much or more than college tuition, and
don't
funding
know.
isn't always accessible. In fact, on average, an American family has to spend almost a quarter of their income on childcare. In the Netherlands, parents are entitled to maternity and paternity leave. And they can take that parental leave until the child turns 8.
Oh wow.
Like many Dutch fathers, Felix doesn't take his leave all at once. Instead, he takes a weekly Papa Day to focus on the kids and himself too.
If I feel well, if I feel fit, then it should reflect on my children as well, at least indirectly. So when you're inside all day and feeling grumpy, then it doesn't help the mood of my kids, of course.
Yeah.
So I try to be out and have a good mood.
You're just
I
gonna
was personally
traumatize your
much
kids.
happier inside
They're
with a
not
book as a
healthy.
kid. But for Dutch parents, being outdoors in nature is simply part of raising children. And Marlet and Felix are no exception. They take their children outside as often as possible, no matter the weather. If you go to a Dutch playground, quite often you'll see parents letting their children play independently.
She's eating the sand. Okay. We've been there.
Normally, we also motivate, especially Luna, of course, because she's a bit older, to play for herself today. Today, it's a bit unfortunate that there are not too many other kids. But normally, we encounter so many other kids here, all from daycare. They all know each other. We can sit at the terrace, have a drink, and Luna can entertain herself. Yeah.
I'm from suburban Ohio, where you absolutely need a car to get around, and it's like that in most of the US. That's why many Americans get their driver's license as soon as they can. But things are different in the Netherlands. Here, even the youngest kids are totally comfortable with a different mode of transportation, the bicycle. For 36% of the Dutch population, the bicycle is king, and the primary mode of transport. And because parents want their children to be independent early on, the kids learn to ride from a very young age.
Nope.
I think apart from the logistical reasons, it's also I think a sign of independence and also trust that we're giving her, that she can do it herself. Obviously, she still uses the exercise wheels, but I'm guessing with her speeds we can quickly take them off. It's a no-brainer that you get a bike on your third birthday. Yeah, so
Third
very
birthday.
typical Dutch.
Nice.
For many Dutch parents, family ties are indispensable. Luna and Flynn's grandparents come by regularly to babysit. But it's more than just support with childcare.
It's very important for us to have our parents close to us raising our children. I think it's so much fun for them. It's so nice for us to see them more often, see them weekly, spend time with them.
Sure, the Netherlands is small, so it's more likely that grandparents live nearby. But a lot of my friends with kids in the US live in totally different states from their parents,
Yeah.
so they can't just drop off their kids with grandma and grandpa. So it's independence,
Oh, look at
social
that.
interaction, and being outdoors with plenty of playtime that are cornerstones of parenting in the Netherlands.
In many other places, children are raised much more strict and with a very clear, well, career path almost.
Yeah.
We are active, like we like to go outside and show them the world, also traveling, but it's not because they need to be the best, especially when they're young, they need to be kids.
The Netherlands is
Love
not
it.
necessarily paradise on earth. Like any other country, it has its problems. But having happy kids is a good start to a happy society. What do you think about the Dutch way of raising children? How does it compare to parenting styles where you live? Let us know in the comments.
I think it's human nature style. It should be that way. Because back in the days, you think that kids are like going to freaking class from 9 to 5 and then 6 to 10, they're like doing extra curriculum. No. Um, well, the reason I mentioned that also is because, like, if you knew statistically, the unaliving of young people, kids, yeah, because the statistics say like 9 years old. I'm not sure now if it's still at that age, 9 years old till like 18, I believe is the statistics, or 19. Unaliving that happens is in South Korea, and it's because of that societal pressure from parents, like you have to be the best and get 1 million over 100 in your exams, and it's always about study, like super strict structure, and if you don't study, then it feels like you are the one who is wrong, right? They don't have time to be children, to be teenagers, to be kids, and that's where the most unaliving happens there. And yeah, I mean, I feel like if you compare it to teenagers and kids in the Netherlands or maybe even a European country, I don't think it's gonna be, the percentage is going to look crazy next to each other. And I feel like in the Philippines now, we are slowly getting closer to that type of society, not the Dutch, but the Korean. And because but when I was young, I'd never heard of, it's either because news didn't spread this fast when I was young, or It could be because the pressure is even more crazy now in this culture. So people are now unaliving much more than when I was young. It could be same statistics. It's just that I didn't hear about it or we didn't record it or I don't know. Right? But anyways, yeah, for sure. If I do have kids, I'm not pressuring them like at the age of 3 years old to be like the best. Just enjoy your life, right? Um, just be you. You don't have to like, oh, you have to get like a billion over 100 in your exams, and you have to take like football, cello, drums, Korean, Chinese, French, Japanese. Like, what? Just live. Anyways, beautiful peeps, let me know your thoughts though. What do you think? I mean, most of you who watch this, you grew up probably in a more like Dutch way of life. So let me know how you feel about like the way we do things because yeah, when we were kids, yes, we do run around, play, get hurt. But when it comes to like study, it's also different. When it comes to schooling, it's very strict. And it gets stricter as you grow up. It doesn't even get less, okay? So the more that you become an adult, the less freedom you have is what I feel. Because in the Filipino culture, right? Yes, when you're young and you're not going to school, you can play around with your friends, and on the weekends you play around with your friends. But you always have to be like good. And then after school, we have after school curriculums, or you have tutoring, and then um when you go to college or high school, it's gonna be 10 times more stricter, your schedule. And then when you go to college, even more so. And there's a weight of expectations. And then when you become adult, it doesn't go away because now you're expected to like make $1 billion a day and support your entire like lineage from your grandparents to like your cousins. So that's kind of like the societal expectations, and it sucks. But let me know, maybe to you guys it might sound amazing or it might sound crazy, but that's how it works. So let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.